Hi, my name is Emma Pritchett, and I am a current practicum student at a private clinic. I hope to practice at the private clinic when I am eligible. I have a lot of experience implementing assessments related to the developmental levels of clients. However, I have limited experience assessing the behavioral supports required by clients or the functions of the behavior of the maladaptive behaviors that the clients exhibit. I have 3 articles to present today. The first is Comparisons of Functional Behavior Assessment Procedures to the Functional Analysis of Problem Behavior by Patrick Romani, Matthew Luring, Tara Hayes, and Andrea Bors. The second article is Functional Analysis of Problem Behavior, a Review by Greg Hanley, Brian Iwata, and Brandon McCord. And the third is Reliability and Validity of the Functional Analysis Screening Tool by Brian Iwata, Iser DeLeon, and Eileen Roscoe. I also used the 3rd edition of Applied Behavior Analysis by Cooper, Heron, and Heward. In the article by Romani, Luring, Hayes, and Bors, it is discussed that functional analyses reliably predict the function or functions of behavior more often than other indirect measures. Additionally, packages containing multiple indirect measures partially identified the function or functions of behavior that were identified by the experimental functional analysis. However, rarely did any package of one or more indirect measure have an exact measure of the function or functions of behavior that were deduced from the experimental functional analysis. As discussed by Hanley, Iwata, and McCord, functional analysis is the gold standard for understanding the contingencies in which maladaptive behaviors appear. This is perceived as the gold standard because it manipulates several different conditions in which the function or functions of a behavior can be deduced. Iwata, DeLeon, and Roscoe discuss the Functional Analysis Screening Tool, also known as the FAST, and they discuss the reliability, validity, and limitations of using it. Using the FAST can help minimize the conditions that need to be present during a functional analysis. By eliminating even one condition, this improves the efficiency of a functional analysis, which can allow clients to be able to access services even sooner. A functional behavior assessment may be necessary when the function of a behavior is difficult to determine. According to Cooper, Heron, and Heward, functional behavior assessments may also be necessary if it is imperative that antecedent interventions, consequences, and appropriate alternative behaviors need to be identified. Problem behaviors are actions that are not contextually appropriate, that detract from the person's environment, that may or may not cause harm to themselves, others, or property. All problem behaviors occur because it is how that person meets a specific need. A functional behavior assessment is any tool that can help practitioners understand the function of a behavior. These methods can include direct or indirect measures, as well as functional analyses. A functional analysis is a specialized tool that experiments with different conditions being placed on the client. An FA is just one method that can be utilized when conducting an FBA. My organization conducts functional analysis screening tools, or a FAST. This tool is an indirect interview with someone who is frequently in the same environment as the client, so this is typically given to primary caregivers. From beginning to end, the FAST procedure takes about 20 to 25 minutes to answer 16 specific questions about what happens before and after problem behaviors occur. Sometimes questions take caregivers a little more time to process because they want to ensure that they are answering the questionnaire accurately. So this is what a FAST looks like. On the left-hand side there, we can see that there is an informant-client relationship, and this indicates what the informant or the interviewee, that client to the relationship, how long they have known the client, how often they interact with the client, and what situations they usually interact with the client. And here we can see that the interviewee will answer questions about what kind of problem or interfering behavior we can see, the frequency in which that problem behavior occurs, the severity of the problem behavior, situations in which the problem behavior is most likely to occur, situations in which the problem behavior is least likely to occur, what happens right before the problem behavior occurs, what happens to the person right after the problem behavior occurs, and any current treatments that the client is receiving. On the right side, there are 16 specific questions. Questions 1 through 4 assess whether the function of the problem behavior is due to attention or preferred items. Questions 5 through 8 assess whether the function of the problem behavior is due to escape from tasks or activities. Questions 9 through 12 assess whether the function of the problem behavior is due to automatic or sensory stimulation. Questions 13 through 16 assess whether the function of the problem behavior is due to pain attenuation, so another automatic function. At the end of the assessment, there's a scoring summary. So all questions that were answered yes by the interviewee will be totaled, and they are broken down into which section, so questions 1 through 4, 5 through 9, 5 through 8, 9 through 12, and 13 through 16. So for example, if questions 1 through 4 were all answered yes, then those would all be circled, and that would be a total of 4. If all other questions were answered no, then this FAST would attribute the maladaptive behaviors to that social function of attention or preferred items. Overall, something I wish to understand more is how a comprehensive functional behavior assessment looks like. My company only uses the FAST, so I would really like to hear others' experiences about conducting FBAs and other kinds of behavioral assessments and how they help their supervisors interact with them and interpret data from them, especially if caregivers are completing them.